There's still a lot we don't know about Tuesday's election, but there are a couple of things that we do know. On a local level, the Minnesota legislature will remain status quo after the Republicans maintained their hold of the Minnesota Senate and the DFL maintained their majority in the Minnesota House. On a national level, Minnesota stayed blue and voted for Joe Biden. I reached out to Hamline political science professor David Schultz to find out why.
Joe Biden did campaign in this state, unlike 4 years ago, where after at that point we still had a caucus. After the caucus, when Hillary Clinton got beat by Bernie Sanders, she never came back to campaign during the general election. And this time, Donald Trump did come back, campaigned several times, but of course, Joe Biden also came back and campaigned. And so he took it seriously and didn't take Minnesota for granted.
Schultz joined me via Zoom on the day after the election. He says another reason Biden won in Minnesota is because a greater percentage of the state's voters reside in the Twin Cities metro, which is an area where Democrats have done traditionally well. Meanwhile, the state legislature is another matter altogether. Schultz says the rest of the state tends to vote Republican, and the voter turnout for the president proved to be a big boost to GOP candidates further down the ballot. Initial results show that the Senate is on track to finish with Republicans keeping their 35-32 majority heading into the next session, which means that we'll have another 2 years of divided government.
This means that the governor's authority on the coronavirus and the pandemic, probably he'll keep doing every month, another round of executive orders. This also impacts the issues of reapportionment, the budget next year. So it kind of guarantees a status quo in terms of Minnesota politics.
Schultz says that a divided legislature also means that when state lawmakers come together to draw new congressional lines next year, it'll likely be hard for them to come to an agreement. That means that we're likely going to see some court battles in the coming year. In Brooklyn Park, Delaney Cleveland, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.